Hey guys, what's up YouTube? It is me, I'm Tom, and my account is whatev. So today I have an exquisite Call of the Dead, the new zombie map in the Escalation map pack. The gameplay right here coming for you guys. Of course, most of you guys know that I am a PlayStation 3 player. Therefore, how did I get this gameplay? The answer to that is there's a really great guy called Zach. I'll put the link to his channel in the description below, and I urge you guys to subscribe to his channel if you think that this gameplay is stuff that you'd like to see in the future. He does commentate. I just did take off the commentator and put my own commentating on this, as if I want to make my video, this is what I need to do, I guess. So I really do urge you guys, if it's what you like, then he's posting some of the new zombie maps and generally the new maps from the Escalation map coming up. So if that's what you like, guys, that's what you should do. So what I'm going to be talking about right now is I'm going to be talking about some strategies which I think will be extremely useful in this Call of the Dead gameplay, and apart from that I'm going to be talking about some of the new weapons which they have brought to this map. Now, just for my just my first thoughts from this map are I actually really do enjoy the look of it. It looks a great game to play, and I can't wait to play this on the PlayStation. It looks a hell of a lot of fun. It's something that I really enjoy. I really do enjoy playing. Now, one of the first aspects that they have brought, which is quite new to this gameplay, is George Ramirez. I think that's what I think that's what he's called. He is, of course, I think you saw him at the beginning. A big sort of figure who ends up following you around the map with a huge electric hammer. And when you shoot him, when you're close to him and you shoot him, he starts to chase you. So he can become a bit of a pain, he can not become a pain. And whether you have been watching YouTube videos, some of you may know that you can actually kill him. Of course, it does take a lot of ammo. It does actually take, it doesn't take a few pistol bullets. It does take 300 fully upgraded ray gun bullets. So it does take quite a lot to kill him. But I'm sure, if there is a big reward when you do kill him. Of course, the reward being that you get you get that big machine gun, and you also get an extra perk. And I haven't mentioned this already, but there are some more perks. There are 8 perks in total. There's George Ramirez right there. There are 8 perks in total. The 4 normal perks and some other perks which I have not yet discovered. One of them that I do know off the top of my head is a headshot perk, which I'm assuming gives you double points if you get a headshot. Now, the 2 new guns I wanted to talk about in this map were there's a new sniper rifle, which is generally quite good. The quick scoping on that is not bad. It's not amazing, but as this map is quite a long distance map, I think it'll be extremely useful coming up into the future. Now, before I carry on talking about that, I want to quickly mention this, the spot that Zach is in right here. This is a great spot which I think would be extremely useful, a great strategy which you could be using if you had 4 players. Now, of course, there are 2 directions that they can come from here. As he's just opened that passageway, there are 2 directions. However, if he didn't open that passageway, there would only be 1 direction they were coming from. But of course, this would be a problem in later levels, as George Ramirez would be coming towards you. So unless you have killed him, this could be a big problem in the future. However, if you do unlock it, there is no, you can still stay in this area. You have 2 people looking one way, 2 people looking the other way, and it could end up being a great gun, a great place. So I apologize for that mistake. Going back to the guns, there is a new One Dwarf gun. Of course, there are every single time they bring out a new zombie map, they bring out a new One Dwarf gun, and the One Dwarf gun that they brought out in this map is a gun. I'm not actually sure the name of the gun, but it is a gun that turns zombies into humans. And of course, this is extremely useful if you're if you're being followed by many zombies. And of course, what happens is the zombies follow that zombie that's been turned into the human, and this could be used as a great distraction in the later levels if you're having problems. So yeah, that is the general gist of of the 2 new guns that they have brought to this map pack, and some other strategies. I haven't mentioned all the strategies. Another strategy which you could use right here actually is generally, as you can see, there's a circular bit right here that's Zach is running around, you could keep on doing that, making sure that you are avoiding zombies. However, I would only say that that would be useful if you are, if you have the quick sprint perk, which is also a new map, but which is also a new perk that was brought in the map beforehand. As we see coming up in this video, Zach has the ray gun, the upgraded ray gun, and what we're about to see is him killing George Ramirez, and you will see the achievement that you do get when you when you kill him. Of course, when you do kill him, the achievement is shared between all of the players, not just the player that has actually killed him. So I hope that's something that you guys, that you guys maybe didn't know about, and I hope that's helped you out, so that in the future when you're playing this, you're a bit more knowledgeable about what you are going to be doing. As you can see right here, Zach is shooting him with the ray gun bullets, and he's generally doing really well. And he's just right there. The machine gun comes out, and everyone's got an extra perk. So apart from that, guys, just before I forget, the one other perk which I haven't mentioned is the ray gun perk, which is used. If you have a ray gun, the damage done to you by the ray gun is a lot less than it would be. That it would be, without this big perk. I'm sorry for stuttering. I need to drink some water. But I was desperate to bring this video to you guys, so I sort of wanted to to do this as quickly as possible. So I hope you guys like this commentary. Before this comes to an end, I want to say thank you all for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. As soon as the map pack comes out for the PS3, I will be uploading a video every single day with details on it, with me playing, some new guns, just generally stuff which I hope you guys are all really going to like. Please subscribe to me. I'm finding it really hard to get subscribers, to my YouTube channel. YouTube life is quite tough at the moment, I guess you could say, but that's not just for me, that's for everyone. Everyone's finding this hard. So of course, I'm not an exception here, but that would be great. And if you could favorite the video, that also helps me out, a huge amount. By favoriting the video, people see it, and generally it really does help you get up. So if you guys could favorite the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this, and I hope that the tips I gave you were tips that haven't been given to you by other YouTubers. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe to me and Zach. Cheers.